This is a story because I just like the art of telling stories, so I'll have a go at it and see if it works. You tell me. You woke on a very normal day. The normal sky was filled with that normal kind of grey, and everyone marched to the sound of morning alarms in a very normal way. Matter of fact, everything had become so normal and plain that even the people had started to look the same. You see, it started off in a really normal way with ideas and no social hierarchy, but everyone being treated the same, yet what resulted was everyone being a little bit boring and a little bit plain. Same grey suits and black ties, all the same, and every day presents itself as it did yesterday, but today you thought maybe today would be different. See, he remembers the stories of the good old days, when the young were idealistic, adventurous and brave, and the new world pioneers were fearless, and everybody knew their names, and people stood for difference, people stood for change, or stood for something, or stood out, or put new ideas were put about. But those are the days before all of the hope had run out. These days, things are different. These days, things have changed. These days, people's eyes seemed a little bit glazed. People didn't make decisions, just followed the rules that they were given. And no one had opinions on anything, not even the weather. So much so, social interaction involved just simply standing silently together. They'd lost their meaning and all sense of purpose, so much so, they forgot what it was to be a person. So as he walked home on another dull, normal, dreary day, he walked past the same dimly lit alleyway that he walked past yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and the day before yesterday, and well, he always walked the same way. But he looked in and thought, maybe today things would be different. He ventured in, already scared because it was different, past a whole hope of things that used to hold some significance, past the fire escapes and the discarded dreams, and past a whole heap of books, because these days nobody reads. He looked in, something at the back was shining, it was there, it was hiding, it was some kind of writing. He leaned in to see what it said, and as he did, he clutched the side of his head and fell to his knees, and if you could believe, his little tiny grey eyes for the first time started to see. He grabbed some scraps of paper from the ground and wrote down what it said, and as he did, the words just begged to be read. He wrote it 100 times and 100 times more, and then he ran past all of the things that didn't seem to matter anymore, out into the streets with everybody shuffling by, hoping that a note would catch somebody's eye, yet they didn't. You see, they'd become so used to taking no notice that they took no notice. The whole worldview was like out of focus. As he sat there scratching his tiny little head, he wondered, what could he do to bring these people back from the dead? And then he happened upon an idea. He ran home and grabbed the ladder that he hadn't seen in years, all the paint pots and all the brushes and all of that gear, and he ran to the horizon without any fear, just like the stories that he used to hear. He climbed the biggest building that he could see, and he started to paint it in colours of a luminous green, words so high they were almost 100 feet, and in that moment, under cover of darkness, he truly felt 100% free. He wrote it 100 times, and 100 times more, on every aspect of every building and every wall that he saw, until his fingers couldn't hold a paintbrush anymore, until the night ushered in the break of the dawn, and the next day came in as it had done 1,000 times before. But this time the horizon held something different in store. As they marched on that morning street, in unison shuffling their unified feet, same morning alarms and same lack of sleep, yet this time the horizon, as far as anybody could see, held words plain and clear that everybody could see, and suddenly a whole world stood together to read silently. And just in an instant, for that moment, the world did look differently. And what were the words that they read? Simply these: I want you to know that there is always hope.